Now I'm going to do a quick demonstration of how robust and reliable this radio actually is. It has the rating of IP67, which means it can be fully submerged in water. So let's just test it out now. Hytera is advancing in all of their technologies, and the PD7 series is their latest addition to their market. I'm going to be talking today about the PD705LT, which is the more affordable out of the PD7 series. And it is robust, it is reliable, and it is a great piece of equipment, maybe for your workplace. So when we take a look at the radio, you can see that it is small and it is compact. And that is because it stands at 119 millimeters tall, 54 millimeters wide, and with the battery, it is 24 millimeters in depth. So when we take a look at the top, you'll see the on and off and volume switch, the emergency button, and the channel selector switch. On the left hand side, we have two programmable buttons which can hold different features, and the PTT button, which is the push to talk button, which is simply used just to send your transmissions to your fleet. On the right hand side, we have the accessory connector, which can hold obviously a lot of different accessories, but also programming cables, which obviously is used to program your radio. On the back, we have the belt clip, which is a little bit different to the regular radio, which is the fact that it is held on by two different screws. So this makes it a lot more strong than any other radio without these. And if they do break, it is easy to replace. 48 channels are available with the PD705LT, although we only program the amount of channels available with your license. Channel scanning will scan through all the channels in use and allow you to hear any transmissions that are being received. And mixed mode scanning does the exact same thing, although it's with analog and digital transmissions. So if a fleet is moving on from analog radios and upgrading to their digital radios, but they still want to use the analog just for now, then mixed mode scanning will allow you to hear and receive any transmissions being received from the analog to the digital. There are plenty of features that are available with the PD705LT, and they are Transmit Interrupt, Lone Worker, and Vox. So Transmit Interrupt allows you to actually interrupt any other person's transmissions in your fleet to allow them to hear of any important information. And this works really, really well in an emergency situation. So if you see a fire break out in the distance and you need to let your whole fleet know, but someone is talking away on your channel, you can't be stood there waiting around, twiddling your thumbs, waiting for them to finish their conversation. You've got to actually interrupt them, cut them off, and notify the whole fleet that that has happened. Lone Worker is when you're obviously working alone, and is great for that. This allows you to actually be safe in the environment. So if you are inactive on your radio for a preset amount of time, then an alarm will be sent to you. If you don't respond to that, then another alarm will be sent to either your supervisor or your whole fleet. And this is basically notifying them that you haven't responded to the alarm and that you could be unsafe or injured while working alone, because obviously no one else is going to see if you are injured. Vox, basically, it allows you to talk to activate your transmissions. So instead of holding down the PTT button to talk to your fleet, you can actually just simply talk, and that can then send your transmissions out to your whole fleet. But this is only available with compatible accessories that have the same feature. So the first accessory I'm going to talk about is the SM18N2 remote speaker microphone. And as you can see, it goes directly into your radio, and there is a screw that's now loosening it, but when you tighten it right up, it ensures that it's not going to go anywhere and it's not going to detach. This prevents any damages in case it gets ripped off. You can send transmissions out using your remote speaker microphone rather than your radio itself when you are wanting to do that, and that is by using the PTT button that is there, or it is Vox compatible, so you can just activate the transmissions through just simply talking. There is also the programmable button that is on the top there. That is usually used for an emergency button. And then on the side here as well, you've got a little flap that when you bring it back, you've got an extra accessory connector, which can hold other accessories like this covert earpiece. A 3.5mm jack would be needed, so you can plug that right in like that, and then you've got them connected together. So now you can hear other people's transmissions being received through this little earbud here, and then you can obviously also send your own transmissions by replying with the RSM. So as you can see, I've got all the gear on. I've got my remote speaker microphone, I've got my covert earpiece, and I have my radio on my pocket there. The covert earpiece would usually go underneath your shirt or t-shirt, whatever you're wearing, because then it becomes a little bit more discreet. I'm not being very discreet, it's just over the top and underneath my arm and over there like that. But this makes it great for not having to always constantly reach down to your radio, bring it up to your mouth. I can just simply listen to any transmissions being received in loud environments or in really quiet environments. Either or, it is great for, just because it means that no one else can hear the transmissions being received, or you can actually hear them crystal clear in really loud environments. So the next earpiece I'm going to talk about is the D-shape earpiece, and as you can see, it is called that because of the shape of the earpiece itself. This little bit of rubber here, that actually goes all the way around your ear, making it near impossible for it to actually fall off. And then through the speaker here, you will hear any transmissions being received. It does connect straight into the radio itself, as you can see by the actual connector there. It's not a 3.5mm jack, it just plugs straight in to the PD705LT. And then here you've got your clip that could clip on just to make it that little bit more secure on yourself, not allowing it to actually fall off or be really loose so people can rag on it and stuff like that. And then next to it has the PTT button. It clips on, and then you can just have easy access to talk through that. The final accessory I'm going to be talking about is this noise cancelling headset. And once you put it on, you cannot hear anything other than the transmissions that are received in the headphones. You can obviously send out your transmissions using this microphone, but when listening to transmissions that are coming from your radio, the louder noises in the background might overpower that, which makes it very difficult to listen to important instructions for your workplace. This could be on a construction site or on the side of roads where it's really, really noisy and there's a lot of stuff going on, but this works well for when you wish to cut out any really, really loud background noises and listen just to the instructions and transmissions being received. With all these accessories, you can use them with Vox, which is voice activation, which is absolutely great because that means you don't even have to press the PTT button, which is either on your radio or on the accessory itself. You can just simply talk and everyone will hear what you're saying. There are plenty of different ways to charge your radio, and when you actually do buy a brand new fleet or just an add-on to your fleet that you already have, you will need to buy a charger with it. But depending on your situation, depends on which charger you actually need. So I'm going to go through them all and show you what they all do and why you would use them. So the first charger I'm going to talk about is the single unit charger, which can obviously only hold one radio at a time. It does come with its power cable, so you will have to plug it into a power source, but it charges your battery, and if you don't have many radios in your fleet, then this might be the charger for you. The alternative is the twin charger, which, as you can see here, it holds two radios at a time. So if you are only buying two radios and you're not planning on buying any more in the future, then this might be the one for you. It is great because it keeps both of them together. You don't have two separate single unit chargers, and it plugs into one power source. If you are buying a brand new fleet for the first time and you're only buying up to 6 radios, then this 6-unit charger is definitely the one for you because it keeps all your radios together, it plugs into one power source, and it charges all your radios in one place, which is great. It is affordable, and it is a really good way just to keep all your radios together, maybe on top of a shelf or a table or anywhere that's best suited for you. If you have a small amount of radios and you wish to add on to your fleet, or you're buying a huge fleet for the first time, then the 12-unit charger is available. It does the same thing as the 6-unit, although it can just hold 12. So it keeps them all together and it goes into one power source, which is great. The best thing about this charger though is that it can be mounted onto a wall, which is great. As you can see on the back here, we've got 2 holes there and there, which is perfect just to mount onto a wall, and then it won't be in the way on your table or shelf or where it usually would sit. It takes up quite a bit of room, so you've got all that free space available. The PD705LT can be used in pretty much all work environments. It is great for security, in swimming baths, in farming, in pretty much any work environment you can use this radio. With the accessories in security, it is great for discretion. If you wish to have your information sent and received really discreetly so no one else can hear that, then the covert earpiece is great with that. On construction sites where it may be loud, the noise cancelling headset is great for that also. You've got a variety of different chargers which can be used in all work environments. It all just depends on the size of your fleet. The alternative from the PD7 series is the PD715EX, which is the intrinsically safe ATEX version of the PD705LT. Now I'm going to do a quick demonstration of how robust and reliable this radio actually is. It has the rating of IP67, which means it can be fully submerged in water. So let's just test it out now. As you can see, it's in the water, and I'm just going to bring it out. Radio check.
Read you loud and clear.
There you go. If you enjoyed anything in the video today, then please give it a thumbs up, and if you didn't, give it a thumbs down and let us know why in the comments section. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click the little bell icon that will notify you of any up and coming released videos in the future.